Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the second Your Way to Fitness YouTube video. Today we're going to look at some of the common misconceptions of resistance training exercise and then some potential benefits. Stay tuned. Awesome. Okay, so the first major misconception for resistance training is that resistance training causes you to bulk up. And that's not necessarily true. Lifting weights can cause you to bulk up, but the primary improvement is in neural activity and neural adaptations. So what that means is that your brain becomes more effective in using your muscles. And so your muscles don't become bigger per se, but they become stronger and you can more maximally use them. However, hypertrophy, which is the increase in muscle fiber size, can occur. This typically occurs more often in men than in women, though it can occur in women too. And so for people who don't want to bulk up because they think it's going to make them look unattractive, or they maybe are more into more into endurance training, that's not necessarily going to happen. Okay, second thing is that people think you need to do long exercises. And as we talked about last week, this is totally not true. 25 to 30-minute exercises can be super effective in resistance training. Oftentimes people who do marathon exercises take lots of breaks, so if you're really good at maximizing your time and using it efficiently, you can get a really sweet workout done in 25 or 30 minutes. And I oftentimes will do shorter workouts for this reason. Third thing is that you need to use protein supplements in order to increase in strength. And this is totally not true. We get 12 to 15% of protein just through our diet, and oftentimes this is more than enough for what people want in terms of gains through resistance training. If you want to become an Olympic lifter, you may need to use protein supplements. There are certain sports where protein supplements are recommended, but for typical health benefits, it's totally not necessary. Awesome. Okay guys, the next thing is that if you stop exercising, your muscle will turn into fat promptly. That is not true. Physiologically impossible for your muscle to turn straight into fat. What can happen is that your muscle will be broken down because you're not using it a lot, and your body sees it as a great source of protein. So the cells will use it, and if you continue to eat the same amount, what can happen is eventually that can be converted, the food that you eat, into fat. But just stopping your intense training does not make you fat. Look at Arnold Schwarzenegger, for instance. When he stopped being Mr. Universe or whatever, that doesn't make him immediately fat, right? He's still healthy, he just loses a lot of his muscle size because he also cuts down proportionately how much he eats. And that's super important because realistically, 60% of it is what you eat. Awesome. Next thing, resistance training slows people down. This is not true. Resistance training will not negatively affect your efforts if you are a marathon runner or an endurance athlete. That being said, certain sports you want to have lighter upper body, like endurance cycling, because you're carrying that so far. But as I said earlier, resistance training can increase neural adaptation before hypertrophy, before muscle size. So you can totally do resistance training and not have negative benefits, or you cannot have an increase in size that you don't want. This is super important because oftentimes fast athletes are also really strong athletes. And so you don't want to only be one side. You want to have a well-rounded approach to fitness. Awesome. Okay, now we're going to quickly look at some of the benefits. Resistance training is super important for making sure osteoporosis does not occur when you become a senior. The stronger you are younger, the stronger your bone density will be, and it will still decrease, but it starts from a higher place, so you're less likely to get osteoporosis. Second, it can help you maintain independence. The longer you can get out of a chair, the longer you can walk by yourself, the more independence you have. And third, it can just make you look and feel a whole lot better, and that's super great, and it can actually be really, really beneficial in increasing self-confidence. Awesome. So we're going to quickly do a review of all of the different ways that resistance training is seen as negative, which are all misconceptions. First, cause you to bulk up. We know this is not true. It increases your neural adaptations. It causes you to need to use protein supplements. Not true. You don't need to use protein supplements. You get lots of protein in your diet. Third, muscle will convert to fat. Physiologically impossible. Fourth, resistance training will slow you down. As we know, it can actually do the opposite. It can really, really help you. And the last thing is you got to do marathon exercises. Not true. 25 and 30-minute exercises can be super duper effective. Awesome. All right, I'll see you guys again soon. Take it easy and have a good one. Till next time.